Well. We're back. Finally. After 3 weeks now? Gone?
Yeah, doesn't it feels longer though, I will say.
It felt so long. Back, you guys. Cogs in the Machine is kicking off the 2020 year for level 1 gaming for live shows. We're back. We're sexier than
2023.
ever. 20. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
it's okay. It's okay. We're good. We got it.
That's how we're kicking off the show, forgetting what year it is and all that. Okay, it's okay. But you guys know me, I'm the floor hugger. I'm excited to be back. I'm happy to be back. We'll also be back when tomorrow. I thought, yep. Chakalaka, I'm nervous. I feel like it's my first time doing a show. How are you doing?
Uh, it's like riding a bike. It's all it is. Just honestly, this show might be like I want to say one of the most laid back shows on the Level One Gaming channel
Yeah.
probably. So I don't know. We're just hanging out. That's all it is. I would say if Peep Game was still a thing, they probably would have taken that title from us. But it's okay, we
Yes.
got it. Yeah,
We are
that was the
chilled and
most laid
laid
back
back.
podcast I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Yeah. You're not wrong. You're 100% right on that. It was a good show. Damn.
yeah, big fan.
Yeah. What did you, before we get into it, we're going to talk multi generational games, which means we defined this before we started one game from multiple platforms. Not multiple, not like a long running series or franchise. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, a
So,
game that has been on multiple hardware generations. So like if the 360 and the PS3, like let's say like an Assassin's Creed comes out on PS3 and Xbox 360, that's not multi generational. That's the same gen.
yep.
And so it's like if an Assassin's Creed comes out on the PS3, the PS4, and the PS5 and the Switch, like that's damn, like you know, pretty sure that's actually happened before. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
multiple generations, same game running on multiple hardwares. I actually want to know the answer to the question about like does since we know there's many games that have run across these last three gens, essentially the same game. Um, Maybe like minimal performance differences or whatever for the most part. I wonder like does hardware truly hold back games? Because if you have your
Oof.
Skyrims running on Switch, your Assassin's Creed running on Switch, like your bad example, but like your what is that The Witcher Wild Hunt running on
Oof.
Switch, it's like can you really does it really matter?
It I think it's, for them they want to keep their margins, their profits and their timelines. They could it probably wouldn't matter if they just wanted to develop it all for one platform, but you make more money selling the $80 PS4, the $80 Switch game instead of one lump sum where somebody's just going to pick one system and stick with it.
Mhm. I honestly want to like know if like there's like today, like right now, is there like gonna be like a GoFundMe slash Kickstarter where like an indie dev is trying to release a brand new spanking ass new game on the 360 and beyond? Like imagine like if like Yacht Club Games makes Shovel Knight 2 and it's gonna run on PS3, 360, Vita, 3DS, Wii U, Switch, PS4, PS5, like just throw it on everything and everything under the sun. Like, good God, that'd be
Oh,
awesome.
that would be awesome.
Like releasing on 10 platforms: PC, Mac, Linux, iPhone, Android, just oh my god, imagine the same game running natively. Like if it's an indie ass game, right? It could run
Yeah,
on a toaster, right? So it's like you make a
that's
game
true.
and it's the same game, same performance, same frame rate, same resolution, and just across everything. Oh my god, that's just sexy sounding to me.
I think the only one that they would struggle with is PC because PC has so much variety of shit. But if they can make it work, you're right. Oh, that's a gamer dream right there. What do you think something like that would cost a company more because people are only going to buy it once?
Hmm. Well,
Because I mean,
in the long run, it actually made companies more money. Like Skyrim, like was going to be one of the examples we bring up. It kept getting re-released, right? It got re-released for like the PS4 and the Xbox One. It got re-released for the Switch, and it's getting re-released for the Series X and the PS5. So this, you're gonna get people that double dip and triple dip and stuff like that. I've double dipped on games, like, and I guess it's different if you have like a situation where you release across all platforms on one day versus staggering releases because new hardware comes out and you're just porting it. I mean, as I'm saying, like I don't know how I feel about like counting ports. You know what I mean? Like there's differences. Okay, like Destiny, right? Destiny
Mhm.
released on PS3 and PS4, 360 and Xbox One day one, right? Whereas something else like your GTA 5s was PS3 and 360 only, then PS4 and Xbox One later, then PS5 and Series X patches. I don't know if they've already dropped already, but or they're I know they're incoming at least.
I
So
think
I don't
so,
know. I
yeah.
don't know what the differences are if when you want to release. Hmm. I don't
You
know.
know
If
what?
you release, when you release at the same time, like in the Destiny example,
Mhm,
PS4s and Xbox Ones, their hardware sales were just on the come up because it was
mhm.
early in the generation. There was more PS3s and 360s in the wild, so you're probably going to get more old gen sales, probably. I would imagine day one.
Maybe,
I don't know.
probably. But you're right. People want to double dip. And shout out to Hustle and Dawn. Happy New Year's, y'all. It's 2023. I got it right this time. Hustle, your podcast run is over for a little bit. Man,
Oh.
that's sad.
Well, he's hustling and motivating, so that's fine.
That's true. He is always
Yeah.
hustling and motivating, and he's that boy family. He can get his own drink out the fridge. We're not. We're, I don't. We don't go grab him a drink. He grabs his own. Also, I wish you the best 2023, and if you ever need anything, you know where to come. Okay, love you, man. But all right, so I got some weird choices that are out of left field
Mhm.
that probably won't remember, and I tried to stick to console generations, not like PC generations, because PC generations is every 6 months, pretty much.
Okay.
So I have, and this is like, I don't know if this can technically count because there's a new release of it, but Fantasy Star 2.
Fantasy Star 2. Isn't that the Sega game? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Sega,
I always think of Fantasy
Xbox,
Star Online, but yeah.
yeah, or Fantasy Star Online. We can even count that because that's on PC and stuff now too.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
Oh
Didn't it start at the Saturn, or no? Am I tripping? Or it started
no,
on the
it's like
Dreamcast? Sorry. Okay.
really,
Yeah.
yeah. If you
Yeah.
guys don't
Okay.
know what Fantasy Star is, which, come on, it's free on what is that thing? Game Pass. I think it's actually just free to play in general. But Fantasy Star is old school, just MMO. And it has come to console, so that's why I'm counting it in the generation stuff.
Okay.
PSO2 New Genesis is a massive
I'm just gonna, sorry about that, just mute that. But it's I count it Fantasy Star. That's what the originals look like. But it's not turn based. Oh wait, this is not
Yeah, that's
Fantasy
not.
Star. But I do
Yeah.
like the art of that, whatever that is.
Fantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis.
Yes, that is the re-release of so it came to just Fantasy Star Online, and then about a year after it released, this is like a new mod pack, new updated combat, a whole bunch of new stuff. It's not bad. It's just very don't Chocolate is gonna understand what I mean when I say this. Have you ever played like a really Asian game and you're like, wow, this is like a very Japanese game? This is
Yeah,
like
I say that on
I,
my review of Ghostwire Tokyo, where this game is Japanese as fuck, but I said
yeah,
AF on the review. Yeah.
this is like it's a very Japanese feeling MMO. Not a bad thing, but it's just like, oh, this is not Elder Scrolls. This is not Final Fantasy Online. This is something else. But it's still good. I recommend playing it.
This looks like the PC version just from the looks of the performance, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Just giving it a like this is way too good for console.
I wonder what it
Yeah.
plays like on console. I don't know if I'd play this on a console. Most MMOs I tend to play on PC.
Yeah, MMOs are definitely at home with PC, especially because like keyboard and mouse. You need to be able to type stuff on the chats and stuff. So yeah.
That's true. But there are those weirdos that play them on consoles. Now, you guys aren't weirdos. It's just y'all are different. You're a different breed to play it on console. What's a game you got for us, Chakalaka?
I want to go with Shovel Knight. Honestly, I think that was a good starting point because Shovel Knight is just like an indie game. It's a game that's made to look like an NES game, but it can't really run on NES. There's just too much going on graphically. But it's kind of like the best version of an NES game that you can think of. It was very well regarded. It actually started off as like a Kickstarter, like an indie Kickstarter, and it started off on the Wii U and 3DS of all places. Which actually the Wii U, people know the story of the Wii U. It was very
Yeah.
unsuccessful, but it was definitely like the place to buy the Shovel Knight because the the Wii U is just it's Nintendo. When you think of Nintendo, you think of like the NES, the Super NES, and things like
Right.
that. So it's like it's like a good audience. It was a good fit, and it was very successful on the Wii U, even if the Wii U wasn't successful, right? So
Poor Wii U.
Like I said, just there's so much, homages. Like the pogo stick is like Ducktales, and the overworld looks like Mario 3, and like there's just so much going on, like Zelda references, and just Mega Man references. Like everything is just a reference to an NES game, and it's really good. It's like this hodgepodge of games, and so ended up being ported later on. But like it started off on Nintendo hardware, and that's a good move for marketing decisions. But then it later came to like the Vita. It came to the PS4 and the Xbox One. I think the 360 and the PS3. I could be wrong about that. And I don't know if it was officially like patched for PS5 and Series X, but since they're both backwards compatible, anyways, you can run them on that hardware too. It's not like you're gonna get any performance updates with this. I mean, you really can't like what is it called? Ray trace this game or anything like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I think you could just play this game on anything from like PC to Vita, and it's the same game. I think this, for me, the Wii U version is the definitive version,
Of
not just
course.
because it came there first, but also um, it had amiibo support, whereas the other versions didn't. Which that amiibo support was kind of like a timed limited exclusive thing because they actually ended up like patching those features to the other games later on. But like if you had Shovel Knight multiplayer was locked behind amiibo and you could play it there first, and then they put multiplayer later on the other platforms. So I don't know if there's
Damn.
any like benefits now, but definitely the Wii U is where Shovel Knight was at. So yeah.
Damn.
That's-
I've watched people play this so much. I've never played this game.
what the hell? It's very short. You can beat the game in like 2 hours.
It reminds me of The Messenger, which The Messenger is pretty much same thing, just set in like Japan, samurai times. But never played this ever. I
Okay,
think I might
so
even own this.
well, I wouldn't doubt it. Um, yeah, I just pulled up the Wikipedia. I have here's the platforms. We got 3DS, Wii U, Windows, Mac, Linux, PS3, PS4, PS Vita, Xbox One, Amazon Fire TV, and Nintendo Switch.
Holy shit.
Okay, I am surprised that there's not original 360 port. That one is like I'm genuinely surprised by that.
Yeah.
They put it on the PS3, which is whatever. Okay, uh, but Amazon Fire TV. Well, like honestly, I could just see like with people having like controllers that you can just plug in to the side of your phones. I'm surprised they don't just port it to like iOS and Android. So
At
yeah,
this point, might as well.
yeah, you know what? We need to keep like a scoreboard. Like every time we bring up a game, like how many platforms is it on? I just counted 11 just now.
Shovel Knight's in the lead.
In
I
the lead.
think it
So
will
we're gonna
stay
keep
in the lead.
yeah, we'll keep this one. We'll keep this one. All right. So yeah, it's definitely okay. Originally released in 2014, by the way. So obviously it was perfect. It was in that perfect mid generation between like PS3 and the PS4. It was people were transitioning, people were buying PS4s and stuff like that. So it was like that perfect middle ground. The Wii U was, I don't know, I can't say popping, but I guess the Wii U was the Wii U.
It was popping enough for
yeah,
people.
yeah. So um, then of
9
course
out of 10.
they supported the game with a lot of DLC, and it got re-released as Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, I think is what it's called these days, because there's so much expansion packs that you just basically have to. You can buy just the base game, which is Treasure Trove, and then you can buy like like Plague of Shadows expansion, Spectre of Torment, King of Cards, all this other stuff. You can buy those expansions, and for us original Wii U owners, we got those expansions for free because
course
Yacht
you do.
Club Games was good for us. Was good to us. Yeah. By the way, I just want to throw this out there. Separate side note: Yacht Club Games, they are like the homies, okay? Because they put all their business out there, okay? I don't know if you know this, but like a lot of times, video game developers won't actually tell you the sales of a game,
Yeah.
like outright. So what they did is they did like this quarterly financial report where they actually spilled the beans on how many sales a Shovel Knight did sell, and they broke it down by platform, like which platform was the most, like sold the most, and they're like, this did this, this did
Damn.
here. Like I'm like, yes, why can't we get like reports like that, like on the daily for all the games? But
Because
whatever.
these companies don't want transparency with us.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. So
that's that's the move, though.
yes, yes, it was.
What's up, Yobi? What's up, Billy? What's up, Barbie? Little bitch, love you. Gotta stop being mean to my friends. I really want to play this now, but it also looks like one of those games. Is it hard? Like sometimes it's gonna piss you off hard.
No, the game is as hard as you want it to be.
Oh,
So
that's what she said.
the game, the game is the game actually does this thing where like you can play around with checkpoints. So the game is very like generous with checkpoints. And so if you die, you don't lose much progress at all. You just go right back into it. However,
Okay.
the game allows you to destroy your checkpoints and or just circumvent them and just not hit them. And so you get like achievements for skipping for beating a level without a checkpoint or whatever, right? So you can
Damn.
it turns up the difficulty by doing it like that, but also if you don't get the achievement, then whatever. It's kind of you can still beat the game and roll credits. So yeah.
Okay, makes me want to play it even more because I've played some of these games where it's like I have to walk away for like a month because I'm so mad at this game. It looks so
Yeah,
cute.
I played it in one sitting. Yeah, it was really easy. It's not like I haven't actually had the pleasure of like playing any of the expansions, because like I played the game early on in its release, and so
Mhm.
by the time the expansions did come out, like I'd already moved on to other stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah.
doesn't that like I love reviewing and stuff sometimes, but it kind of sucks when you don't have time to go back and play a game, especially when the game we first play it, and sometimes the games are shit, and then they fix it, and don't
Oh
have time to go
yeah,
back.
and you don't see what the all the hoopla was about. You just know
Yeah,
what you played at that time.
yeah. I want to have time to go back and play the shit. You know what? I did make time to go back and play the 2 DLCs for Back for Blood, and while the game still is not great, it's not as bad as my review was of it. It's taken time to fix itself, and I wish I had time to fully go back and play the entire game, but life.
Yeah. By the way, one last thing is about Shovel Knight is Shovel Knight was so successful that Yacht Club Games essentially made him into a Mario-esque figure, and he was hoard out to everything. Like, and
I
everyone
remember
got
seeing him
the.
on shit ton of stuff.
He was a guest character in so many people's games. Like it almost devalued the appearance of Shovel Knight. At first it was like, oh shit, they got Shovel Knight, that was cool. And it's like, oh yeah, Shovel Knight's in it. Okay, whatever. Like honestly,
Yeah,
like Shovel Knight is an assist trophy in Smash Ultimate, but like he'd already been pimped out so many times that it's not special anymore.
I
Yeah,
remember when he
so
went to Brawlhalla, and I was like, oh, this
yeah.
seems
Like
weird, but okay.
he's on Runbow. He's on Rivals of Ether. He's on another fighting game. He was in Ukulele. I think he guest starred in so many games. Like it was ridiculous how many games he guest starred. Like Yacht Club games, they must have made a killing in licensing or something like that. I don't even. I hope they did.
So
Yeah.
much money. What's up,
So
Arcade? God damn. It's okay, Shovel Knight. They can't use
yeah.
you anymore. You've been pimped out everywhere. Hot damn. All right, you guys know what we had to talk about this one. Grand
Mhm.
Theft Auto 5. That's very copyright music. Shush. Grand Theft Auto 5. Um, what hasn't it been on at this point?
Let's take a look let's count let's start off by counting the platforms. All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
PS3. 360, PS4, Xbox One, Windows, PS5, and Xbox Series. That's 7. 7. All right, good job.
Damn. Because you know what? I own the original 2013. I remember playing it day one, streaming it, and I own it on PC. I own it 3
Yes.
times on PC.
Oh my God. I think I
Because
only own it twice. Yeah.
Epic gave it away. I think GOG, somebody gifted it to me on GOG or something, and I have it on Steam.
Damn. I have it on Epic and PS4. That's it.
Damn.
Oh wait, hold on. No, hold on. No, no, no. Okay, you know what it was? I did play this on Xbox Series, but that's because it was on Game Pass for a minute, and so that's how I was able to play it on my Xbox. But it's not on Game Pass anymore, so yeah.
Man. Yeah. The legacy that GTA 5 has left. I honestly don't know. I think GTA 6 is going to be fine. It's going to be good, but I don't think it's going to be as poppin' as GTA 5 is, honestly. Especially with them, if you play on the online, if you play RP, there's so much that relies on GTA 5. Damn. You think GTA 6 is going to be able to top the Titan that 5 is?
I'm not sure. I'm actually just surprised that it managed to accomplish what it did. So I got
Yeah.
Wikipedia pulled up. It said extensively marketed and widely anticipated. The game broke industry sales records and became the fastest selling entertainment product in history. Like entertainment
Shit.
as like entertainment, like all of it, movies,
Movies.
music, video
Holy
games, like any media that you can think of, it is just the fastest selling entertainment product. It earned $800 million in its first day and $1 billion in its first 3 days. To sort of put that into perspective, I think Avatar 2 made what, a billion in 10 or 14 days or something
something,
like
yeah.
that. So it's like, yeah.
Holy
Um,
shit.
it received critical acclaim with praise directed at its multiple protagonists and blah 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 yada yada yada. I
Yeah.
will say, let's see here. It says here, it was the second best-selling video game of all time with over 170 million copies shipped, and as of April 2018, one of the most financially successful entertainment products of all time, with about $6 billion in worldwide revenue. Yeah, so $6 billion.
Oh,
So to put that in
shit.
into perspective, like, you know, like I said, the biggest movie of all time was what, Endgame. It made what, 2.1, 2.2 billion or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe Avatar. I don't know if they swap places or not with re-releases or whatever. But basically, the most successful movie of all time didn't make $2.5 billion. This game made six. So
Oh,
yeah. So
holy
when it comes to
shit.
entertainment products, like this game is like a titan above everything else. I think, what is it? I think the highest selling video game of all time might have been a packing game. I don't know if it was like Super Mario Brothers, like NES or Tetris or something. I don't know. Like it's a situation where he's like, you don't really have any competition or anyone near you. And
Yeah.
I am not sure that a GTA 6 could even repeat that or come
No,
close to it.
no, I don't think so. Just for the
Yeah.
sheer fact, like you said, $6 billion.
Yeah, and that's as of April 2018. So I wonder where we are with GTA Online in 2023. Like, how many
They
more
just
billions of
released
dollars
a
did
DLC
Rockstar?
too.
Yeah, how many more billions did Rockstar make since this reporting? You know what I mean? At this point, they just stopped counting.
It's still in like the top sold games every like winter sale or every sale. So I'm like, I don't know
Yeah,
who's rebuying it all this time, but damn.
when I was doing Ready Press Play and we did like the NPD numbers, it was always hovering in the top 10 per every month. It only
Yeah.
recently did it fall out of the NPD altogether in the top 20 because we only report the top 20.
Mhm.
And I don't know if, you know, just like how many years, like in 2022, it was in the top 20. And here we are, like, what is it, 2013? So 7, 8, 9 years before it finally fell off out of the
Yeah.
charts, the monthly charts of sales. Like, honestly,
Oh,
I'm just surprised that they managed to find people that still don't own the game to get it to sell month to month.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's impressive as shit.
Yeah.
Hustle says GTA 6 Online will be a continuation of 5. I think it will take a long time for GTA 6 to be popular online. And I'm going to speak from my side with the RP stuff. There's so much resources since 2013 that have been built for GTA 5 and our servers, all this stuff. There's literally thousands of RP servers that when GTA 6 launches, it won't have the same experience that people have had for literally a decade on this certain game. So it's going to take time for it to build up. And I know people like me won't buy GTA 6 until I can play my RP properly on it. And that might take another 5, 6, 7 years into the game. But I don't think GTA 5, nothing can beat this game at all. And the next game we're going
Nope.
to talk about is close. But what do you think could ever knock GTA out of its spot? Like just in the 6 billion, its history. It doesn't have to be a game, it can be any piece of media.
Yeah. I think it has to be like a totality of franchises because there is IP where it's like, the Harry Potter movies made like $10 billion or whatever. Like the MCU has made 50 billion. Like it has to be a situation where it's like now you can't even like, I don't know. I don't think there's anything because the way
Any
it's being
singular
graded,
thing?
it's any one singular thing. Yeah, I can't see anything one singular thing taking the world by storm. Like a game selling 100 million copies, and this stat was 170 million. I don't know where you can get to $100 million for one game being sold. You know what I mean? Like honestly,
Yeah.
the only thing stopping GTA 5 is GTA 5 at this point.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, they did just release new DLC for the online a couple weeks ago, I think, along with that big Franklin one last year. They don't need to stop GTA 5. They just keep pumping it full. Because there's even people that are going back and playing the base games. Because the speedrunning numbers in GTA 5 have picked up recently. I don't know why, but it's fun to watch.
Like honestly, like just to think about it from like the situation, like I don't even know if Rockstar even needs to make a GTA 6 because we're talking about multi-generational games, right?
Mhm.
360, PS3, and now for the PS4 to Xbox One, and now to the PS5 and Series X, it just got recently patched, right? It got its ports, so it's essentially re-released. You're gonna just get sales from the new generation games and just let it rock. Like honestly, like think about like Mario Kart 8. Um, every Nintendo hardware has a Mario Kart to call its own from the Super Nintendo onwards. The Game Boy
True.
Advance had an exclusive Mario Kart. The 3DS had a Mario Kart 7. It was exclusive to its platform. Wii U comes along as its Mario Kart 8, kind of like whatever, like nothing special. It's just another Mario Kart for the hardware. The Switch is the only Nintendo hardware that doesn't have a Mario Kart to call its own. It just aped the Wii U's Mario Kart. It's Mario, it's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been around forever.
Yeah. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the highest selling Nintendo Switch game, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it's the highest selling Switch game. Like, and the Nintendo releases their quarterly reports and they tell you the lifetime total sales of Nintendo games. Uh, and number one is Mario Kart 8. I think
Yeah.
I can't remember what number it was at. It was at 50 million sold or something like that. I couldn't remember. Um, I'd have to
I'm
like look
surprised
it
by
up.
that.
What? That
I
this is the number one selling game or what?
Yeah, because I thought it'd be like Smash or Zelda or something, or even Mario Odyssey.
Let's see here. Let's see if I
That's
can pull it up.
wild. I
Let's
do
see if I
want
can
that
pull it
single
up as
player
fast as I can.
hustle. Uh, we're gonna work on some level one stuff this year, y'all.
Here we go. Got it. I just pulled up the official Nintendo list, by the way. And this
Okay.
is as of September 30th, 2022, by the way. So Nintendo hasn't done their Q4 report yet.
Oh shit. Okay.
Uh, so Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 48 million units.
Holy shit!
Animal Crossing New Horizon, 40 million units.
I forgot about Animal Crossing.
Smash Ultimate 29 million units.
Okay.
Breath of the
still-
Wild also. Breath of the Wild is actually multi-generational, Wii U and Switch.
I forgot about the Wii U version.
I have it still in a shrink wrap, by the way, because like I bought it for like collectors purposes.
Okay,
Yeah. 27 million units.
Wow.
Sword and Shield, Pokemon Sword and Shield, 25 million. Mario Odyssey, 24 million. Super Mario Party, 18 million. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, 15 million. Ring Fit Adventure, 14. And yeah, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, 14.8. So basically, it's kind of like you need to make 15 million units sales to be in the top 10 Nintendo Switch games, basically.
Damn.
Yeah, but no, yeah, 48 million units is like number one and number two are in the 40s, and then like everyone else is in the 20s and below. So,
Damn.
but yeah,
I mean,
but basically going back to what I was just saying, like the reason why I brought up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and what I was comparing it to GTA 5 is that GTA 5 being as successful as it is, like I don't know if they need to make a GTA 6 because it would just continue, it would just basically kill GTA 5. You can just let it rock and just continue to let yourself print money with no effort and just minimal server maintenance, you know. You don't have to
That's
spend
true.
money to develop a whole ass game or test an engine or whatever the hell. And
You
this
know what?
game with
All they need to do because people complain there's nothing for the story, drop those 2 DLCs that I know they're sitting on. The ones that are
yeah,
supposed to be for the single player stuff. And you
yeah,
would
single player
never have to
DLCs.
make
Exactly.
another
Yeah, you know
GTA.
what? If you make single player DLC, you literally just got it taken care of. That's like developing a game right there. You do
Yeah.
it at half the cost or a quarter of the cost and get like just as much benefits.
Yeah.
Um, with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, by the way, um, Nintendo obviously basically reaped the benefits, and they already had like half the game already finished. Just now, like out of nowhere, a technically like 5-year-old game because it came out in 2017 on the Switch. A 5-year-old game is getting DLC. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has a DLC booster pack where they're doubling the number of courses. And when you make
Damn.
that double the courses, now you're going from 48 courses to 96 or whatever. You
They should
don't
just
need to
call it
make a Mario Kart
Infinite.
9.
No,
Yeah,
you
you don't
don't.
need to make Mario Kart 9. There's no need. So, yeah.
Damn. Yo, okay.
Let it sink. Let it sink in. Yeah. Mario Kart 9 will never happen. So
No, it doesn't. It will happen when we're old and gray.
yeah, like honestly, I think that with now that you think about it, like now that we're just talking about multi-generational games, now we're in a situation where like I think that games can become a platform, right?
Yes.
Destiny 2, Tekken 7 is like over 5 years old, I think. So it's like you can just have expansions, DLCs, and new characters, and there you go. A game is alive. Fortnite is like over 5 years old. You know what I mean? Like
It's
it's,
true.
actually Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite is from PS4 to PS5. There you go. That's a
Damn.
multi-generational game.
Yeah.
Um,
Dang,
yeah.
I think at some point, if you're gonna keep a game running, one game running, you gotta lose the number in there somewhere, because that's gonna make people want another one. But if you put like Assassin's Creed Infinite or whatever, it's like, okay, we know we're not probably gonna get another game. This is gonna be the magnum opus, hopefully. What's up, Fame? How you doing?
Yo,
Damn.
wow, Fame is blessing us with his presence. But
Gets
yeah,
diggity
yeah,
diggity
no.
presents.
But yeah, no, I like how like we just sort of segue because like I just like as you start thinking about it, you realize like, oh, what do these things have in common? They're a platform.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just sort of like GTA, a platform, Fortnite, a platform. Now Mario Kart is a platform now because you just took the same game. You're selling DLC to the 48 million units, 48 million owners that are out there. So you don't need to make a whole ass new game. You don't need to convince people to buy a whole ass new game.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
just
Damn. Okay.
yeah.
I mean, we're blowing my mind today. It's one of those days.
Yes.
All
All right,
right.
you have one?
Yeah. Minecraft.
Oh yeah, Minecraft. Okay, I can look this up here. Go for it.
So, I mean, it's a game that needs no introduction. You guys know Minecraft. It's been around literally forever. It's got so many branch offs, so many mods, all this shit, and like Shovel Knight, has also been pimped across the galaxy. Steve, it's Mario. It's Minecraft. Minecraft, best-selling games. Yeah,
Okay. I want you to guess over or under Shovel Knight.
I'm gonna say original Minecraft, not in like the stories and stuff. Probably over Shovel
Over.
Knight.
Okay, here we go. Let's count it out here. We
Oh
got
God.
Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS, Xbox 360, Raspberry Pi,
Okay. Yeah.
PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Vita, Windows Phone, Windows 10. Oh, I don't know if I count that one. Wii U, tvOS, Nintendo Switch, and the new Nintendo 3DS. That's technically 17, but we can deduct a couple of them.
Oh,
Um, so yeah,
you
I don't know if I
perhaps.
want to count Windows Phone. I don't know if I want to count Windows Phone because that platform is a dead platform. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
And also Windows and Windows 10. I'm assuming that like Windows in 2011 is not the same as Windows 10, obviously.
No,
But I'm
because one
assuming that
is
like,
one's Java.
wait, really?
So like,
Did it like if you have like a Windows back in 2011? I'm assuming that's a Windows 7 or Windows 8. I don't know. Maybe even XP. I don't know. But like I'm saying like I'm just saying is like when you re-release it for Windows 10 store, I guess, or whatever, is couldn't you just run that old version and still it's still the same game? I don't know. Like
depends what they've done to it. If it's if it's like a remaster or a remake where it's vastly different, probably doesn't count because that's like you've taken the game and made it something new. But if it's the same version, which I don't know if it's the same version, I haven't
right.
played
Well, obviously
Minecraft in years.
when it came out before like the 360, like when it came out on like Windows and stuff in November of 2011, it's basically a beta. It was essentially
Yeah,
like it was still a work in progress. It was not like 1.0.
yeah,
But I don't know if I want to count tvOS because that's just basically Apple TV.
yeah.
And whatever. So Windows Phone, like so 17, I'm gonna take away 3 point. I'm gonna take away three. I'm taking away Windows Phone, Windows 10, and tvOS.
Yeah,
Fair?
yeah, that's
Okay.
more fair.
14.
Okay, Minecraft. Damn.
Yeah. Raspberry Pi though, that's an interesting one. I mean, it's a simple ass game. It makes sense that it would run on a Raspberry Pi. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Raspberry Pis can do a shit ton. But yeah,
For so
damn.
little, yeah. And also, by the way, like Minecraft these days, like, wait a minute, hold on a second.
Minecraft is
This doesn't include the
wild.
Xbox Series in this list. Did it get a Series patch? And if it did, it goes up to 15. I'm willing to
Think it
bet
did?
that it did. I'm willing to bet that it did because the series has ray tracing, and they put ray tracing on Minecraft for whatever reason.
I remember that.
Yes. So 15. We go up to 15 now. There we go.
15.
Good God.
Okay. Okay, Minecraft. You really got your. I was about to pull a fame and say something wild. I'm gonna not gonna do that. Minecraft really just. It has to be the top, right?
That's probably the champion. That's probably gonna be the champion of the night. Honestly, I don't see. I can't. I didn't even know that there were 15 platforms.
No, no, I didn't think there was. Because I was thinking, oh, like multiple Xboxes, multiple, Nintendo games, multiple PlayStation consoles. I wasn't thinking Raspberry Goddamn Pi.
So we got three. We got three Xboxes. One, two, three PlayStations. We got three Nintendos from 3DS, Wii U, and Switch. So that's 9 right there off rip. And
Jesus.
then we have three PC, Windows, Mac, and Linux. So that's 3 times 3 times 3. That's 12. And then, or 3 plus 3 plus 3, whatever. Anyways,
Yeah.
and then we have 2 phones and Raspberry Pi. That's 3 right there. So that's 15.
Yo.
We have 2 phones plus Raspberry Pi. That's 15. There you go. Good God.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. The maths. Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, shit. Pop
Yeah.
off.
Checks out. Checks
Minecraft.
out. Yeah.
You absolute unit. Wow, okay.
Here we
I
go. Here we
wasn't
go.
I wasn't expecting it.
Minecraft is the best-selling video game of all time with over 238 million copies sold and nearly 140 million active players as of 2021. That's what beats GTA 5. We said what was the number? It said number 2. We just stumbled across number 1. I wouldn't have thought Minecraft.
No. Damn. And what at least Minecraft can claim more than GTA is nearly all of its player base still plays online.
Yeah. I
That's
mean, let's see here. The game has been used in educational environments to teach chemistry, computer-aided design, and computer science. In 2014, Mojang and the Minecraft intellectual property were purchased by Microsoft for $2.5 billion. Jesus. Yeah, honestly, I think that was a steal.
yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Because
Um,
there's this Minecraft Legends. There was the Minecraft story modes. There was the
mhm,
Minecraft dungeon crawler
mhm.
game. Damn, that was a steal.
And then like the Switch port and the PS5 or PS4 ports, those came out after Microsoft bought Mojang, so all those sales went to Microsoft. So yeah, that was a steal. Good job.
Yeah.
Pop off, Microsoft. Like, yeah, good job. Um,
Yo.
yeah, like, and not to mention, Minecraft has been used for educational stuff. Like, I mean, like somebody ported a library into Minecraft, like not like a
Yep.
real library of like real text and like
Mm-hmm.
people made calculators in Minecraft and functioning calculators and stuff like that.
Wild.
I've seen shit that people do shit, and
People do some wild shit.
it's just amazing that like literally like essentially Minecraft is C++ essentially or C plus or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
Something
programming,
hella simple.
and you can literally like learn like low key learn code and programming in Minecraft,
Mm-hmm.
and also like Minecraft just gives you the tools to like let your imagination run wild. You're like it's almost as if you're only limited by just your imagination, essentially.
Truly, that is what it is. Because, like you said, there's full libraries. There's computers, full working computers that play Minecraft on them. It's like people are wild. You're only limiting yourself by not. And people that still make fun of Minecraft all these years later, grow up, go play some
Minecraft's for
Minecraft.
kids. Minecraft's for kids. And can you, that's some next level meta shit, by the way. I just thinking about it. If somebody ports Minecraft to Minecraft,
I mean, I've seen people play Doom on a pregnancy test, so
yeah, that is true.
people will do anything if they really are just dedicated to it. Don asks, how's Minecraft not win Best Ongoing Game award every year? Because I don't think they
Oh
do.
my god.
Because they would take it
Why,
away
why
every year.
it was never even nominated. That's like the worst part. But good God,
Yeah.
you're right.
Or Minecraft.
Jesus.
And Minecraft, let's be honest, compared to even the ongoing games we've had this year, Minecraft doesn't make the news like some of these games do. Minecraft just quietly does its shit and moves on to the next thing. Everybody forgets it exists until it's like, oh, my kid likes Minecraft. It's like, oh, Minecraft for kids. Leave Minecraft alone and go play it. Come on, guys. It's actually a good game. And there's a shit ton of mods. There's like Pokemon mods, there's farming mods, Animal Crossing mods. So much you can do in Minecraft. Kind of
All
want to go
right,
play it
let's
after
see.
this.
Yeah.
Kind of want to play it again.
Hmm. Yeah, honestly, I think it's all downhill from here, by the way. I don't think we can possibly top those 2 games.
No.
We kind of sort of blew our load right off the rip, but I will say this. Um those 2 games definitely did essentially like were like backdoors platforms, like games as a platform, games as a service. I think
Mm-hmm.
though like specifically with Minecraft more so, I think it feels the least grimy. You
Yes.
know,
Yeah. That's
even
true.
though it is, but we don't
Very
feel
much
it.
so.
Yeah. So
That's true. That's a good point. Never even thought about that. It's just sweet. It's Minecraft. It's wholesome. Nobody has a complaint about it. But when GTA does it, everybody's got something to say.
okay,
Okay.
I think I can beat you. I think I could beat Minecraft, but I think it's like a cheapened victory in my opinion because
Oh no.
I don't know how I feel about this because it's like you can port it to anything and everything because it's so old.
Oh,
All
you
right.
bitch.
All right, here we go. Street Fighter 2. All right? Like the actual
um,
Street Fighter 2. Now, I don't know how you feel about how we want to play this, how we want to play this game.
mhm.
But we have the arcade, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, the PC Engine, the PlayStation 1, the Amiga, the Atari, the Commodore 64, DOS, the Game Boy, like Java, and the list goes on. Like it was ported to like the
Bitch.
Switch through a collection and the PS4 and like Xbox One. Like you just there's too many platforms to count at this point. But basically, you can make Street Fighter run on anything and everything. Hell, I technically ported Street Fighter to my Steam Deck. You know what I mean? Like it's a ROM. I don't know how you
That's
feel
true.
about counting those.
You know what? We'll give them historical and honorable mentions because I mean, Final Fantasy you can toss in there. Like, there's a shit ton.
Yeah,
But
but you know,
it does speak for itself. It's
yeah,
Street
it
Fighter.
was it's called the granddaddy of of fighting games, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but we had a
100%.
whole ass episode. Go check out like our backlog or whatever, but we have a whole ass episode dedicated to fighting games, and I give you guys all the fighting game knowledge and encyclopedia and stuff like that.
Go watch it,
Literally,
yo.
fighting games were the rule book was invented by this game. The combo system, the how the health bar, what is it called? The what is it called? Whenever like yeah, not the OS. It's whenever like the HUD, like the
The
video
HUD.
game HUD, and yeah,
Yeah.
like the way things are presented to you. It's all been invented by this game essentially. Everything became a derivative of this, and not in a bad way, but just saying, the
Sometimes
game
in a
had
bad way.
numerous the game had numerous ports officially and then unofficially too. So yeah.
Damn. Okay, you got me beat, but
Uh,
with respect, because I love GTA 5, love Mario Kart 8 now, I love Minecraft, but nothing beats my love for Street Fighter.
Here we go. I got the Wikipedia. I'm pulling up the Wikipedias, by the way. I like these little tidbits of knowledge they're dropping on us. Street
Yeah.
Fighter 2 became the best-selling game since the golden age of arcade video games. By 1994, it had been played by at least 25 million people in the US alone. Due to its
Jesus.
major success, a series of updated versions was released, which is how we got DLC back in the game back in the day. We just got enhanced ports or whatever, re-releases because they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't just patch the game.
That's
Let's
when games were
see.
also nice and not a whole
Finished.
paycheck's worth of shit. Finished. There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Finished.
Let's see here. Worldwide, more than 200,000 arcade cabinets were sold. Okay. And
Jeez.
15 million software units of all versions of Street Fighter 2 have been sold. So, across every port, every major like official port that they put out, 15 million units sold. And I remember this because Smash Ultimate, had we had said earlier, had 29 million units sold. When Smash Ultimate hit 15 or 16 or 18 million, they had a whole press release saying that Smash Ultimate is the single best-selling fighting game of all time, beating Street Fighter 2. It took the record from it. So they were Sakurai was very happy when that happened, and he was like, he commented and stuff like that. He was like, "I'm so happy" and all that stuff. Of course, you're happy.
Yeah.
Uh, so, but yeah, so Street Fighter 2 did hold the record for a long time of it being the best-selling fighting game. Period. Um, so
Damn.
it had 15 million software units of all versions of Street Fighter 2 have been sold, grossing an estimated $10 billion in total
Woo.
revenue from the arcade cabinets. Oh my god. Making it one of the top 3 highest grossing video games of all time as of 2017, and the best selling fighting game until 2019 when Smash Ultimate took it. More than 6.3 million SNES cartridges of Street Fighter 2 have been sold, making it Capcom's best-selling single software game for the next 2 decades.
Oh
It's the
my god.
best-selling game on a single platform and the highest-selling third-party game on the Super Nintendo. That makes sense. The best-selling
Yeah.
third-party game? Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That is some legacy right there. I gotta throw it,
Yeah.
give it up to them.
That's
Uh,
okay.
yeah.
I don't think anything can really beat that.
Which I like how we're trying to like it's turned into like a one up each other kind of stuff, by the way. I didn't
It's just
and
like,
we didn't even
fuck.
talk about like this in the planning stages of this game, which we didn't plan this episode. But
No.
I don't think a competition was part of the cards here, but but go on. Who's
All
keeping
right.
not that we're keeping score, but go on.
This one is another given. Skyrim.
Skyrim, okay.
Let's be honest. What hasn't Skyrim been on? It's that running joke. It's literally on everything because it is. And
Mhm.
this may not be fair, but I'm gonna group the special edition inside the regular edition as well because you can get both of them. But they're pretty much this. Well, there's mods
Oh,
and
it
stuff
was
different.
released released on PC twice. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think
Essentially?
even
Okay.
for consoles, it came out twice: the special edition and the regular edition. I can't remember
Oh.
though.
Well, I don't think we count the Game of the Year editions of stuff like in
It's not a
general.
Game of the Year edition though. It's
Oh.
another like
Well, I mean,
special edition. I don't know if it came out for consoles. You guys will have to tell me, but I know it's on PC.
well, I think with like the PS4 and the Xbox Ones, they were only the special editions, from my understanding. I don't know, but
Maybe.
definitely under. By the way, I didn't count the number of platforms for Street Fighter 2. I don't really want to count them because there's too
No.
many. There's too many deep cuts of hardwares that I never even heard of. By the way, I didn't read every one, so I just kind of skipped over those. So
Let's say like
Minecraft
30.
is still. Yeah, Minecraft is still the reigning champion, by the way. So definitely, it's even under Shovel Knight, by the way. We got PC, PS3, 360, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PS5 and Series. That's 8.
That's damn. I'm surprised it didn't come to phones. Somebody
Yeah,
probably has it on their phone.
the only handheld way to play Skyrim officially is on the Switch. And now on the Steam Deck now, but because it's a Steam. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Why is it because it's in our face more that we think it's been on everything?
Well, I mean, it's also been around since 2011, and it's never stopped selling. It's never stopped being relevant.
Graduated in 2011.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. I remember like back in 2011, it's like you had to have a really good PC to play this game. It's like, no, just anything, just any old thing will do.
Jesus. Every time we watch E3 stuff or even the Game Awards stuff, I dread to see that Skyrim stupid goddamn commercial saying it's coming to the next platform. I hate it because I know it's gonna happen. Skyrim, you're one of a kind. Now, okay, the top 3. Which to you is the better game, or what's the
What?
one you had more fun with? The top 3, the most platforms.
Which one are you talking about? Like the ones that we've covered so far?
Yeah.
Obviously Street Fighter 2. I think that was like no questions about that one.
Yeah.
I still play that game to this day. As a matter of fact, I'm going to a Super Smash Brothers tournament next weekend in California, and Street Fighter 2 is a side event, and I'm thinking about entering it. So, I actually had entered a Street Fighter 2 tournament like back in 2013, 2014, and I got second place at it. So
Then you have to enter now.
yeah. So I was rusty, by the way. So,
God
um,
damn.
the Street Fighter 2 is like a game that just for me never gets old. It's really good. I think it's had infinite replayability for me, and the way I see it, whenever I go and I play Street Fighter 2 at like at an arcade at a convention because they have like a free playroom or whatever, I'm the guy who's like being the king of the hill, you know? I'm the
Of
guy
course
that's
you are.
like taking out the whole line. Like everyone got next on me, and then they're going back to the back of the line. Uh, there was one story where that did happen, where like there was only one other guy um, who was as good as me, and we would trade games. So he would be the king of the hill, and then in order to complete the line, he has to get to me, and then he doesn't complete the line, and then he goes to the back of the line, and then he has to get back to me, and then I don't get to beat him because like I wanted to send him back to the line twice, so that way I would have cleared the line, but I didn't. We never did the whole night. We never could clear it. One time in that one situation, I perfected him, and he got so pissed that he perfected me right back. Like we were just that we were so good at. He's like we were just so too high too high level for each other. It was really funny. Um, at that Street Fighter
Okay.
2 tournament where I got second place, my very first round, I was playing against a little kid about 8 to 11 years old, maybe 12 at the latest or at the oldest. But he was a little
Uh,
kid, like he was a little blonde-haired kid. Um, I perfected him.
oh,
Uh, and get this, and this is a tournament, by the way. You can't hold back. You know, you got to give it your all.
I
Uh,
know.
he entered the tournament. I perfected him, and the funny thing about it was his little friend was cheering him on the whole the and we're in an arcade. This was at an arcade cabinet, by the way. It was like we're standing next to each other, and he said, "At least hit him, like at least hit him
Oh,
once." And then the kid is like, "I'm trying." I didn't let him hit me.
okay. You can't do that
Uh,
to a little kid.
I don't know. Like, am I the asshole? Like, I don't know.
No, you're not. Because, I
I
mean,
guess.
it's a tournament. He knew it was going to happen, but damn.
My coworker at the time, he's my friend. He was like, "You're an asshole or whatever. You should let him. You should at least let him get one hit in or whatever." And then later that same year, I go to a Smash tournament and I bring him with me. And a situation happened where someone next to me at another station down was playing Smash and a tournament bracket, and he perfects a little kid. And I like turned to him and I looked at him and I'm like, is he an asshole too? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, and I said to him, I was like, he's worse because getting a perfect smash is harder to do
Yeah.
than in Street Fighter. And he's like, yeah. And so I just thought that was funny. Uh,
Don, do not encourage this behavior. Don said life lesson. No. Had to destroy that
yeah,
kid.
yeah. So it was funny. Yeah, like I said, I did a Let's Plays. I used to do Let's Plays for my YouTube channel, and my highest viewed Let's Play with over 1,000 views was Street Fighter 2. So, uh,
So good.
my cousin back in the day was like the one to beat, and now I took his throne, and so it was nice having that reviving that rivalry and stuff, and we were trading games. But yeah, it was funny. It was fun. Um,
Damn.
yes, Street Fighter 2, and then Shovel Knight, and that second place. And the rest don't really have much experience with them. I've dabbled in them, but like never really like got into them like that. I don't even own Skyrim to tell you the truth. Somehow,
Liar.
somehow I don't own Skyrim. Yeah, that don't. They never gave it away for PS Plus or Games with Gold or Epic Games. So, what can you do?
You have Game Pass, though.
Oh, is it on Game Pass? Oh,
Yeah.
of course it
Special
is.
edition.
Duh. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Damn, and
So
now I have no excuse. Yeah.
technically, you do own it, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But it's always in the news. There's people working on like full remake projects and add-ons. People want to attach Morrowind to Skyrim and start to like fill out the map of Tamriel and stuff. There's so much going on with it, and so many mods. Mods that have fixed the game, mods that, you know, Bethesda has used in the special edition to fix some of the issues that are around. And just go out and experience, honestly. Don't pull a Miss Bubbles. Miss Bubbles never fought the dragon, which means she never progressed the main story. So go and play it and go
Honestly,
experience it.
honestly, I'm surprised that like Bethesda didn't split into two teams. One to work on Elder Scrolls 6, and the other one to work on what is that? Stars.
Star
Damn
Citizen.
it. Is that what it's called?
Starfield.
Starfield, that's the one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so like had a brain fart. But anyways, yeah, no, so I'm surprised you know, they can only work on one game at once. And by the way, it's been 10 years. I mean, honestly, I know we did Fallout and stuff like that, but damn, it's been over 10
Yeah.
years and we can't get an Elder Scrolls 6 out the door. Yeah.
But thinking of just how long the development, just audio recording, let's go with audio recording and all the lines for Skyrim,
hmm
and they're going to do double of that. You know what this game's going to take forever to come out.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like, how do I put this? I could have sworn there was even like a Todd Howard interview where he gave to IGN or something like that, where it's like he even like kind of like shit talk Skyrim, where he said like, um, Skyrim, well, you can only buy it, sell it once, and then that's it, and you can't make any more money off of it. I think that was kind of like it had a grimy feeling to it or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like kind of that's kind of how like the point. He's just saying like the old business model of doing things where you just make a game once and you sell it and then that's it is kind of like pastiche or not pass no pastiche pass something passe something.
Yeah,
I can't think. I can't word right now.
that word's
Um,
hard.
but you know what? I'll just kind of like skip past that and I'll just read this little Wikipedia blurb here that I found. It says here, Chris. Okay, let's say the game shipped over 7 million copies within the first week of its release and
Yeah.
sold 30 million copies on all platforms by 2016, making it one of the best-selling video games in history. Obviously, that feels very, you know, small compared to like the titans of like GTA and Minecraft, but 30 million
Yeah.
is still a hard number to achieve. By the way,
It's
yeah,
very
even
hard.
so, and that's also 30 million by 2016. So that means that the Nintendo Switch didn't exist at the time, the
Mm-hmm.
PS5 and the series didn't exist. So whatever sales you guys they get after, it's gonna just continue adding. Oh, you know what? I I just realized. How do you want to play this? I graded it at 8 platforms, but there is a ninth platform that was not included in this rundown.
Oh,
PlayStation VR. Elder Scrolls.
go.
So the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim VR is technically a different game. Uh,
Oh, shit. Um,
yeah,
let's not include it because but it is the same game, just a different game.
perspective. They changed the perspective. Yeah,
Yeah. Let's not include it.
yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay. Damn, Skyrim. You out here just doing the damn thing. Okay.
All right. Let's see if I can do over 10. All right.
Okay.
I'm bringing Resident Evil 4 to the table.
Resi 4. Okay. A game also,
All right.
I can't spell, but a game I have never played.
Same. I own it though. Let's see here. Of course I do.
Yeah.
I own it on the GameCube, which was the first original release. For those
Same.
that don't know,
Fun.
um, Nintendo made a deal with Capcom to make Capcom exclusive GameCube games, and they were called the Capcom 5, and this was one of them.
It's funny.
Um,
I have the ROM for this for GameCube too.
so yeah, it was unfortunately much like the Wii U. The GameCube was not a very successful Nintendo hardware. Came in dead
Yeah.
last. I think it sold like what 20 something million units lifetime.
That's funny because
Um,
people talk about it so fondly.
I know, right? I guess if you were in it, you were like, you were a kid. Obviously, you think about it, like it's like the kids that grew up on it. They are now the 30-year-olds on YouTube with their million plus followers that can talk things up or whatever. So
That's true.
the nostalgia talk kind of has that factor going on.
That's
Um,
true.
so that being said, Resident Evil 4 GameCube game, but then it ended up becoming a timed exclusive because the GameCube didn't sell so well that Capcom wanted to make their money. So then they were like, "All right, we're gonna port this bitch to the PS2 and beyond." And that's what they did, and they made money. They made more success. The game was successful as a result of not being exclusive, which is fair to Capcom, but sucks for Nintendo fans that would have invested in buying Nintendo hardware thinking that they're going to get exclusive content. But
Yeah.
so let's see here. Let's take a look at the platforms here. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, we may have to deduct some of these because some of them were VR ports, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So we can count them or no count them. We'll see.
Sup,
GameCube,
Swaggy? Yeah.
GameCube, PS2, PC, Wii, iOS. I don't know what this is, but Zebo. What the fuck is Zebo? Well, whatever. We'll not
Never heard
count
of
that.
that.
I'll click on that hyperlink in a little bit.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3, 360, Android, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Oculus Quest 2. That's 12, but we
It's
can
12.
deduct Oculus.
So it's 11
And
still.
so tied with Shovel Knight. Tied with,
Yeah.
so not counting Oculus, and I'm gonna click on what is this Zebo. I'm gonna figure out what this thing is. Zebo is a 3G enabled entertainment and education system. Enabled users to play video games and connect to the internet. Okay, blah blah blah. The Zebo was targeted in developing markets such as Brazil and Mexico. That's why we never heard of
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. Well, screw that. that doesn't
Yeah.
count.
No.
So yeah, Oculus Quest. Apparently, like you can actually like experience Resident Evil in VR with the first-person perspective and
I'm
customized
good.
controls for that.
I'm good.
No. So no VR and no Zebo. We have a 11. I had no idea, and I guess it makes sense that Resident Evil was ported to iOS and Android.
I didn't know that either, but yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You know that I don't bat an eye to that. I hope that the iOS and the Android version has like Bluetooth controller support, so that you can like play the game like the way it should be played, quote
That would
unquote.
be badass.
But yeah, came out. Tomorrow is the anniversary, by the way. It came
Oh
out
shit.
on January 11th, 2005, first release. So therefore, what is it? The I can't math right now.
Got it.
10, 15, 17 year, 18 year anniversary, something like that. Yeah.
Damn.
18
Okay.
years. It doesn't feel like it does not feel like that old. Goddamn.
No.
Yeah.
So when we talked about horror, I think yes, Trevor and I did a full breakdown of every Resident Evil game. I think we did it for Halloween. We talked
Mhm.
about everything from Village to Resident Evil 1. And Resident Evil 4 is actually groundbreaking, and I want them to do it in the remake. So you can pick your difficulties, but the game automatically adjusts the difficulty when you set it at like to normal or whatever. So if the game is too hard, it might take away an enemy or two the next time you go through that section that you died in. But if it's too easy, it'll put another guy in.
Nice.
And it does it automatically, I think, unless you select professional or something like that.
Damn, that's nice. Yeah.
And it does it so smoothly that people don't even notice.
So, with it being on the PS4 and Xbox One, obviously they're not putting out a series patch or a PS5 patch because they're making the remakes. But damn, that would have been so close. Like I don't know, it just
You never know.
They could have added 2 more platforms to the mix.
They might put it like for the owners of the original, toss in a patch with the remake or something like that. See, it can do like a Combat Evolved on PC, do a side by side comparison.
Oh,
But,
like where you press the select button and it changes the engine or whatever, it shows you how it
yeah,
looked like before.
but like
I don't even know.
do for consoles where you give them, if they have the original, you get them a free upgrade from if they buy the remake. A scummy
Nah,
business tactics, but
I don't think they're going to because I think the remake is going to be more of a reimagining. It's like the Final Fantasy VII thing where they're going to just sort of be inspired by and make new environments and stuff.
yeah.
I don't think it's going to be like a shot for shot where like this exact same thing's going to play out in the exact same way or whatever. They're probably going to get new mocap, new voice actors, new scenario scripting, stuff like that.
I think, yeah.
It's basically going to be a new game essentially.
Give it that old, I want the new Resident Evil games polish with an expansion of, like you said, a reimagining. I would not want to fight that in today's graphics. Ew. Because Mama, I've seen too much Japanese tentacle stuff to know where that's going. Anyway,
You know what? I gotta stop right here. I gotta think about this. We never answered the question. Like I think I said it for maybe one. I think I said it for Shovel Knight, right?
Mm.
We should have been answering the question about what platform is the definitive version to play it on. Now this one is unique, right? Because it's got a VR version.
yeah.
However, I will wager that the definitive version is probably the Wii version because of the controls.
Oh yeah.
Because you can use the Wii pointer controls to aim.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? I unless you can give me a reason why the PS4 is the best version or the Switch is well, the Switch could be the best version because you can play it portably.
I my answer is probably going to be the same for a lot of this. I would say the PC version because for any issue you might have with the game, there's mods out there that can fix it. And people are crazy enough that they can put up hook their Wii to work with their PC. Some people are insane like that. So I think PC just for oh god, the more I look at it, the uglier it gets. I think yeah, PC and GTA. I would say PC. Skyrim,
Oh, it's got the mods, yeah, GTA mods.
yeah. Skyrim
I
definitely
think
PC.
Minecraft, I'm gonna go with series because of ray tracing.
Yes, I'll agree with you on
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. Street Fighter 2, I'm gonna go with the Switch because it's just another port. There's two ports. There's like the arcade port, like um the Switch version has like this arcade collection thing where they put like 15 Street Fighter 2 games and stuff like that and plenty Street Fighter 3 games. And they're not the console versions. They're actually the arcade perfect emulated ports where it's like we don't get preservation like on that level. And arcade versions have better graphics than the console versions.
Yeah.
So the Switch has that, and also it got like a re-release with the Ultra Street Fighter 2. Uh, and it's essentially like two games in one, where like you can have like you can make it like the Halo Combat Evolved kind of thing, where the anniversary, where you can have like the old graphics or the new graphics, where you
I
can
like
set the
that.
game to old audio or new audio. So it's like you can get the classic like preserved version of like your console Street Fighter 2, or you can get the updated like snazzy one, and you can
Hmm.
also has like the benefits of being both portable and console. So it's like you can't really lose with that one. I think the Switch is the best way to play Street Fighter 2, in my opinion. Plus, the Switch does support arcade sticks because it's got the USB port, so you can just play it
It's
with
true.
any way you want, with like the best way. Yeah, it's basically like play it your way. That's my
Yeah.
sales pitch. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you on that because I've only played it on PC emulator and original hardware, SNES, and all that stuff. So I'm gonna agree with you. But I think we
Yes,
can also make the argument that the definitive edition, the definitive way to play it is more times gonna be the newer edition because they fixed a lot of the shit that was wrong in the old stuff and you're getting like a full complete version.
yes. You'll probably get like updated or increase in resolution, increase in frame rates or performance or whatever. They'll touch things up. You'll get quality of life improvements a lot of times. Yeah, I agree with you like that. But like I said, my original go-to for this answer was the Wii. So it's not always the case. I just thought that the Wii's unique controls would give it an edge. Sometimes you just don't. You might lose something when you update something. I don't know. That's just
That's true.
how I sort of feel about that.
I feel you. I feel you on that. So this one is I'm interested to see how many places this has been because this is a game that's been around for a while and a game I continue to play. That's Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know
Okay.
what this year's chapter is, but last year was High Isles and it was really good. This game came out in 2014. It's probably one of the better MMOs, best MMOs I've ever played, just because they keep supporting it every year. Like, so the way they
Mhm.
release their DLC or their chapters, their expansions is they release one part or one DLC and then the chapter releases and then they release continuously through the year. And so there's always something for you to do. There's houses, there's events, there's guilds. They do events all the time. So like the winter event just ended. There's Halloween events. There's weekly. There's so much shit to do with ESO, and it's been around since 2014. I know people that still played on PlayStation 4. I'm like, come to PC already, please. Where has it been, Chakalaka?
Where do you over or under Fantasy Star Online?
Over Fantasy Star.
Good job. That's the correct answer. I counted 4 platforms for Fantasy Star Online. I just went back and like found them. So this one has, I think, 6. Let's see, PC, Windows PC, Mac, or app, whatever. PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series. That's 6. So under GTA 5 at 7, but whatever. It's fine. I think by it being an MMO, I think you're limited.
Yeah.
I think it's like you really had like you didn't put it to Linux, so that sucks. You're already missing there. So
Yeah.
you could have had 3. You could have had 3 PC platforms, but you didn't. And honestly, I don't know why ESO players. I think if you're getting a PS4 or Xbox version of either kind of either console, whether it be PS4, Xbox, or PS5, Xbox One or Series, it doesn't matter. If you're playing it on console, you're probably getting the gimped version because you're not getting mods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the mods really make it worth playing, honestly.
And not to mention, like, I think Microsoft allows for mods and stuff like that. They had like an internal way of like putting mods out, but they're like cherry picked mods. They're not like every mod. It's like no mods that we approved, like that kind of stuff. So it's not the same.
It's not. Still, good game, shit ton of stuff to do. And I will be playing whatever the next chapter is. Way in June. Actually, I shouldn't say way in June because June is going to creep up on us before I even know what happened.
Okay, it says here reception improved significantly with the March 2015 re-release and rebranding it as ESO Tamriel Unlimited. Transitioning to a buy-to-play model with microtransactions and an optional subscription. It was released for PS4 and Xbox One on June 2015 and PS5 and Xbox Series in June 2021. More than 18 million copies were sold by 2021, having around 2.5 million active players in 2017. Those numbers don't numbers for me. I swear. I feel like you get the game sold and bought or whatever, but then you don't retain that number. You don't retain them.
Yeah.
So
I know. But still, go play it. It might be on Game Pass. I can't remember, but it's usually always on sale. What you got first, Chakalaka?
Honestly, I don't have anything right now. I'm pretty sure I can't think of anything, but like I don't know. Like I think there's like a question to be had about like ports or more multi-generational because like my first go-to is like old games, right?
Of
But like
course.
SNES games that get ported over, it's not quite the same. I don't know. I feel like, and also Genesis games that get released in a collection or whatever, like it's not the same. Like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has been put on a lot of different places, but it's like they're collections, but like, do they count? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's it. First off, chat. I would love for you guys to participate. If you guys can think of something, that'd be cool. Because I'm drawing nothing right now. I don't have anything, and I'm sure that there's plenty out there. You can go again if you would like.
I'm surprised you didn't bring up Last of Us.
Oh my god, that makes sense. But that one was what 3?
It's still multi-generational.
PS3 and PS4 only technically, because the PS5 is a remake. It's not the same game.
That's true, and it's on PC's coming.
A remake. The PS5
the
it's The Last of Us Part 1 is a remake, and they're putting that on PC.
That's true. I'm surprised though, just for how much you love. Like, it doesn't matter if it's only 2 or 3 systems. The fact that it is, and it's probably one of the biggest, aside from GTA and stuff, but one of the most impactful for a lot of people, especially since 2 has come out. Surprised you didn't mention it. And with the show coming out this year.
Oh yeah, I'm watching it on Sunday. Yes, it's the episode 1 debuts. Yes, I'm very excited for it. By the way, IGN put out the review and they gave it a 9 for the TV show. I guess those bastards were lucky enough to watch the whole season already. Um,
That's
anyways,
cool, actually. Damn.
um, as far as like the game itself, it's you really don't lose out much going from one to the other, at least when it comes to the original release, because the PS3 ran at 720p and 30 frames per second, but
Yeah.
it was still really well optimized, really well played, and like just stuff like that. No glitches or no major glitches that were widely reported. Then you go to PS4 and you get 1080p and 60 frames per second, and then you get a PS4 Pro patch where it comes at 4K 30, I want to say, maybe 4K 60, I don't know. Um, so yeah, I played it on the PS5 earlier last year before the Part One came out, before Part One was announced. When I played it on the PS5, it was really good. It was essentially emulating the PS4 Pro version. It for me, it held up. It's really good. Um, Good games are good games. That's all I gotta
Good
say. Just yeah.
statement of the year. Good games are
I'm
good
sorry.
games. Because that's
Hardware be
true.
damned.
That is 1,000% true. I will go back and play Tony Hawk Underground 1,000 times because the game is fantastic. It looks like shit though, because it's from the PlayStation 2. But I will go back and play it because it's just so good. Damn, good game is a good game. Does not matter. Chakalaka, 2023.
All right, here we
Jesus.
go. You know what? I got you on this one. Okay, I just pulled up some shitty website, and we want to avoid these games because there's too many of them. Like third party bullshit. Like your
Yeah.
Call of Duties and stuff like that. We want to avoid them, but I'm gonna bring third party bullshit just because of the sheer number. All right,
Okay. Okay.
FIFA 14.
Oh,
Okay, here we go. Here we go. It was the last game to be released on PS2. So we got PS2, PS3, 360, Wii, 3DS, PC, mobile, PS4, Xbox One. Day one.
holy shit. Okay.
9 platforms on day one. You know what? Just good job.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
PS2 and Wii makes sense. 3DS mobile makes sense. PC, PS3, 360, Xbox One, PS4. It was a launch title for the PS4 and Xbox One, by the way. I like how it was a launch title for the PS4, but also the last game for the PS2. So I think that's just like
That's why.
chef's chef's kiss.
That was the kiss goodnight, kiss into the wind. Jesus Christ.
In 2014, you're putting out your last PS2 game. Good job. You know what? That's we gotta hold a record for like the most number of platforms released on day one, because that one's got to take it right there.
Right?
Yeah, so
Holy
let's count
shit.
that. How much was it? PS2, PS3, 360, Wii, 3DS, PC. I'm gonna assume mobile is Android and iOS, and
Yeah.
PS4 and Xbox One. So that's 10 platforms. Yeah.
Shit.
So FIFA
Holy.
14, 10, day one. I don't think that's been ported since, because I don't think you really need to. You just make a FIFA 15 after that.
Yeah.
Um, and beyond. So yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. Okay, another
Holy
one.
shit. I
Another
wasn't even
one.
thinking of FIFA.
It makes sense because like the PS2 is probably those versions gonna go out in Brazil or whatever developing markets. I don't
Yeah.
think you're gonna see like FIFA 14 on the PS2 in America. I would hope not.
I would hope not either.
But yeah. Uh, Just Dance 2017.
Oh
Okay,
god.
here we go. It was
Am I
released
ready?
on 3 generations of Nintendo platforms in one day. Came
Okay.
out on the Wii, Wii U, and the Switch. Day
Okay.
one. All right.
Okay.
Okay, here we
That
go.
makes sense.
So that's 3 right there.
Mm-hmm.
PS4 and PS5. That's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox. Wait, no, sorry, not that Xbox, PS4, PS3 and PS5, PS3 and PS4. Excuse me. That's 5. 360 and Xbox One is 7. and PC. That's 8.
Damn.
8 day one. Day one.
Okay, Just Dance.
Yeah. I think Just Dance 2017 might have been the last Wii game. You know what's actually, that may not be true actually. I think they might have put more Wii games in the Just Dance series because I don't know if you know this, but Just Dance sold very well on the Wii. Like the regular ass Wii, okay?
Not
Like
surprised.
my niece was in that right age group where she was like, oh, like, you know, like 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever. And she was still buying Just Dance 2020 and stuff like that for her Wii because that was the only console hardware she had at the
Damn.
time. And you know, you just use the Wii remotes, you just dance or whatever. It makes sense.
It
Like,
does.
and the best part was, is that it didn't even support the Wii Motion Plus. It's like, I don't know if you know this, but the Wii Motion Plus was like the more accurate version of the motion sensing, and the regular ass Wii only had an accelerometer. And Just Dances didn't even support the extra stuff. So any old Wii remote I didn't have to have the extra like Wii Motion Plus built inside. Any old Wii remote can work with it. And it just so happened that my niece didn't have. She only had one Wii remote with Wii Motion Plus,
Of course.
and the others didn't. So it worked out for her and to her benefit. So good job for Ubisoft for knowing your audience. Um,
They do know their
and
audience.
what's kind of funny is they dropped support for the Wii U first before they dropped support for the Wii, because the Wii versions of Just Dance were still selling year to year, and the Wii U's
Damn.
didn't. So
Damn. Wow, Ubisoft, you actually know how to make a good game, eh? I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I like Ubisoft. Okay, Just Dance, pop off, Queen.
So 8 day one. All right. So FIFA 14 wins the day one.
Yes.
I think it's always timing, because I think it's always when you want to release, like when you're in the middle of two major generations, and then when you support legacy generations like the PS2 and the Wii and stuff like that. I think, and then you're making mobile versions
Yep.
or you know, like it's like this perfect storm. Yeah.
Damn. Hey, shit. Just Dance. Man, I haven't played some of these games we're talking about, but now I kind of want to. So I'm gonna say, Rocket League.
Ooh, Rocket League. That's a good one.
It's a game I own, still haven't played. Don't know if
It's
it's good
free
or
on
bad.
It's a they went free to play, so you can literally go to
Mhm.
Epic Game Store and claim it. Just bam,
Yep.
just like that.
It's been around for a very, very long time. Or at least it feels like that.
I got it
But
for free on PS Plus, and I think it was even a day one game on PS Plus. By the way, it was like they kind of used PS Plus as a launching pad to spark their success, because when people played it, people got it, and they were talking about it, and it just sort of became a word of mouth thing. So yeah.
damn. And look how well it's worked out for them. Still today.
It's like they took Rocket League was like might have been like the first game to use PS Plus as a launching board, because mini games after it, like your what is it, Fall Guys, have like sort of followed suit.
That's true.
Where it's like you use that as a way of like getting people to get an install base, get people to talk about it, and then once it's no longer free for that 1 month, anyone that didn't jump on the hype train can just buy the game, or you port it to other platforms like Xbox or Nintendo, and then you get even more sales. You know, it's like, you know, yeah, so you're already legitimized, I guess.
Damn. I remember when it first came out, I was like, what is this dumbass little game about cars playing soccer? And then here we are.
Yeah.
I
So
really
let's
just
see
gotta sit
here.
down and play it.
Over or under GTA 5?
Under.
Under. Good job. Yeah, he won. 6. I count 6. So I think it ties with the ESO.
Yeah.
So we have PC, PS4, Xbox One, Mac, Linux, and Switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, Rocket League, by the way, I just got to throw this out there. I mean, I played it, but I'm one of the most scrubbiest scrubs when it comes to Rocket League. I do not know how to do any of those fancy stuff. There's like people that can dribble the ball and stuff like that or whatever. I can't do any physics exploits or anything like that. I think it looks cool. I've seen Rocket League competitively. I'm like, it's just like, as a spectator, it is so amazing. Like I can just say a spectator. That's all you really need. You don't need to play it. But You can play it for free, and the Nintendo Switch version has like Mario and Metroid theme skins that you can get for your car. So that's cool. Um,
Cool.
yeah, I don't think the Switch is like, I guess going back to the answer like about definitive versions, I think the Switch is not the best way to play it just because it's got performance issues. I think it runs at 30 frames per second on the Switch. I think with a competitive game like Rocket League, you need 60 bare minimum.
Yeah.
So um, yeah, it's definitely if you don't have to play the game competitively. By the way, I played it casually. I'm the type of person the old way of playing games multiplayer in my back in my days. You actually had to invite your friends over to your house to play games. I actually did participate in a multiplayer, local multiplayer. So I've only been able to enjoy Rocket League 2v2, even though Rocket League supports 3v3. But I've never played it that way because 3v3 requires multiple consoles and online, and I don't do that. So, but yeah.
Old man.
So that being said, Rocket League, fun. I played it. I was able to get into it, and you just as long as you're playing with other fellow casuals, you won't have to like feel like you're being left behind in the dust. Yeah.
That's true. Play with people that just want to have fun, not the
Yes.
people that are. I call them the COD sweaties
Sweaties.
that are
The
grinding
sweaties.
it
Yeah.
out. But like
Yeah.
COD specifically, because some of those Warzone players, damn, it's like, do y'all do anything else? Have you ever had a conversation with a human being? No? Okay. I shouldn't say that. That's mean. You got another one?
Ooh. See, multi-generational games. I mean, the only thing I can think of is just like indie ass games like Terraria and stuff like that, but I don't know if that counts.
It could.
I never played it, but I just know that it's been on multiple platforms. Um, no, I'm kind of running out of steam here. I honestly should have researched more, but it's fine.
I got only a few more. No Man's
Okay.
Sky. I don't know if you would
Mhm.
truly qualify it as multi-generational.
That's an interesting one. I'm not sure. Okay, so No Man's Sky. Okay, well, like, there's also there's a question to be had. We never
Mm,
even addressed this when we talked about GTA 5, and then there's other platforms that like Destiny can also fall into this. By the way,
yeah.
we never answered the question about what does it count when they stop supporting old legacy platforms. Like for instance, GTA 5 and Destiny, and they made a big deal out of this on the when they became like a news story of the week at the time when it happened,
Mhm.
where they cut off support for expansions and DLC updates or just updates in general for the PS3 and 360, and that any future development support is going to go only the PS4 and Xbox One. And I think the same was true here for No Man's Sky, where it's like, yeah, if you bought it on old platforms or whatever, but we're cutting you off. Did this game come out on PS3? I don't think it did. Did it?
Don't think it did.
All right, I'm gonna look this up. But like, I'm just saying, like, I
I think
just
it
think
was
that there
4
was
and
like
5.
that makes sense. Um, but yeah, no, like, there's a maybe not for this specific gaming question, but there is a conversation to be had about whenever like an older platform just stops getting updates. And I don't know, does that it feels unfair to the people
It
that
yeah.
that own the old version. However, from a business perspective, you can't be spending resources and not getting an ROI for like putting something out there, and it's not going to be worth. But I don't know.
That's
Um,
that's true, and that's a good point because look at games like Cyberpunk. They focused on the old and it hurt them
yes.
badly.
Oh God. Yeah.
So that'll be a thing we could explore further on because that is a good question. Man, I don't know.
Over or under GTA 5?
Under.
Under. Okay, we got PS4, PC, Xbox One, Series, PS5, Switch. I did not know that was a thing.
Oh,
Mac, and I don't know how you feel about this, but iPad OS.
if we count phones, we have to count iPads and tablets and stuff.
Yeah. I'm assuming that iPad OS means that you can't run it on iPhone because for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Because they actually Apple like a couple of years ago split. I don't know if you know this, by the way. This is inside baseball, but like iPads and iPhones used to run the same iOS. It was just iOS 11, and it's both. And then they split it, so it's iPad OS because they wanted to really diversify their features and stuff like that because they was turning into a laptop essentially where they did Windows support and multi-tabs and stuff like that that iOS didn't do because iPhones were small screens. So they started like playing around with like a laptop-esque features, and that's why they made it iPad OS.
Damn.
Um,
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
So I think that makes sense from that stuff, but like, and I'm guessing you can't just run No Man's Sky on your iPhone. Probably checks out. Yeah.
The iPhone in like 2 generations, you probably can.
Yeah, maybe like the iPhone 15 or 16 or whatever. Yeah, probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So not too bad.
Damn.
Skyrim.
Okay. Okay, damn. I wasn't expecting 8 actually. But then again, I also think I forget things go to like Mac. I always forget that's a platform because I just look at people that play on Mac and go, why?
Why? Yeah, we said the same thing. Why? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm like surprised that developers even go out of their way to port their games to Mac because
Yeah.
first off, Mac PCs, Mac laptops are not known for gaming. They're known for productivity.
Exactly.
And if I owned one of those devices, which I don't, I'm not gonna go to your store inside the MacBook and buy your game. That's just
Right?
not happening.
You know what I do
So
is
what?
when I'm having my moments where I don't want to sit at my PC, so I have a MacBook, I had to buy it for school. I will use Parsec, which is a screen mirroring software, instead of buying it for Mac. And I'll Parsec and screenplay my games through this my PC, but screen mirroring onto my MacBook just because I would refuse to buy a game on Mac. I think the MacBook would melt. It smells. My PlayStation is quieter than it when it's playing things. My PlayStation is easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. The MacBook, as loud as it can be, and it's hot. It's so hot. I cleaned it, and I'm like, "Why are you so hot?" I'm having a moment. Me and Mac,
Okay.
me and Apple. Sometimes I want to square up with them sometimes. All right, this. Let's see.
Since the game's initial release, Hello Games has continued to improve and expand No Man's Sky to achieve the vision of the experience they wanted to build. The game has received multiple free major content updates that have added several previously missing features, such as multiplayer components, while adding features like surface vehicles, base building, space fleet management, cross platform play, and virtual reality support. This has substantially improved No Man's Sky overall's reception and is considered to have redeemed both the game and Hello Games from the troublesome launch.
I think so. I played this with
Yeah.
Johnny, and I was like, it's fun, but it's really like, I don't know if we just had bad luck. The first 2 planets we had to start over, it's just like it's so boring, and there ain't shit to do aside from. I like survival games, but when it gets into the tedium of you're losing your water, you're losing, and you have to balance it like every 15, 20 minutes, and it's going off all the time. It's like I don't want to play that. I don't want to play Life Simulator. I'm playing that already in real life. No. I just want a nice casual game. But it is fun with the right people.
Dragonheart is Macs are so foreign to me and my brothers.
They're so
I just let the funny one.
wild.
I would say, without knowing anything, by the way, because I have not actually played No Man's Sky at all. Don't own it. Without knowing
Surprise.
anything, I'm gonna assume that the series and the PS5 versions are the definitive versions over anything. I would imagine, hopefully, maybe the PC. I don't know.
That's the thing. I'm going to start discounting PC because just for mod support and bug support you can get on there, PC is probably a little
I wouldn't.
butterfly.
That's so funny. First off, that's hilarious. Number one.
I
But number
wasn't
two,
expecting
like,
that.
I have not. I don't. I sort of am like a little like put my finger to the pulse when it comes to like stuff, and like I don't see a story about like a mod came to No Man's Sky. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, there's a shit
that's
ton.
just
Go on like
yeah.
Nexus. But that's the thing. If you're on PC, you don't brag that the game, at least I don't, that the game is the best edition. Because you
Yeah.
kind of like, you just generally, it's the consoles that usually, this is the definitive, this is this. On PC, I'm like, oh yeah, that
Oh, okay.
bug you're having where your whole save file gets deleted. Yeah, there's bug support for that. Got that fixed 20 years ago. We got that fixed while you're still waiting for it.
Yeah. What is it called? Maybe next to that, maybe the Switch version. I don't know. I guess depending on how you feel about performance. Um, I don't know. Like, I think some people are willing to make the trade-off where it's like
Yeah.
if you lose performance, you lose some frames, you lose some resolution, especially with it being a single player game or quasi single player game. You can just play the game in different like environments if you want to just double chin it, as Pugger would do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get that chin out.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I'm not gonna count PC because PC's just Switch. This is the Switch version. It looks fun.
Yeah, actually, you know what? This I just realized we were looking at Switch gameplay, and yeah, it's actually not that bad. And it almost looks like a PS4 version, to tell you the truth.
No Man's Sky, you've come a long way. You got your. I want that. You got the shits. So I only got a few more, and then we're gonna head on out, and you guys can enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. But The Sims 4.
Oh God, the game that never stops. Oh God,
Yep.
I almost want to discount this just because this game will never die for some reason.
Sims 5 is already in development, and screenshots have been leaked.
Hasn't The Sims 4 came out like 15 years ago? Or am I just like, I don't know, like, I gotta say, like, there was this TV show, Dawson's Creek, and when it
Yep.
ended after 4 seasons or whatever, however many seasons it went on, and I was like, really? I felt like it's been longer than that, right? Like, it felt like forever. Like, it just felt like it's like always been, and it always will. And this game is like that, like the Dawson's Creek.
It is.
Of games.
It really is.
It feels like it's been out forever.
It's also been out so long that the base game is now free.
Of course.
So I don't know.
Okay. Over or under the reigning champion Minecraft?
Under.
Okay. But go on. But say your spiel while I look it up. But good God, damn.
Yes, we've seen Sims. Sims has become, and I wasn't informed of this until recently. It has so many. It's like GTA, RP. It has so many mods, expansions that people themselves have built that you can download for free. Like, just to name, if you're an adult, you know what the Wicked Whims mod is. It changes the gameplay. There's careers. There's people building houses. There's so much shit that is for free, custom content that you can download for Sims that it's not even the same game, and you don't even have to get the expansions for most of it. And it trips me out.
Hugger, you're gonna be really, really unimpressed because, like, you know how I said like the Dawson's Creek. I feel like this game, like when they were ending the show, I was like, it's been around forever. Like Jesus, it's been like, I'm gonna say like, I was thinking that it was over 10 platforms, but no. The Sims 4 only has 4 platforms.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, it's in the 4. We have Windows, OS X, which is Mac, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. That's it. No Switch version. No Linux version. No 360 version. No PS3 version. The game initially released in September 2014, which could have made that cross-generation thing where they were going to release it on multiple platforms, multi-generational, but they didn't day one. They didn't for some reason. So, yeah, I guess they were one of the first games to be like, fuck last gen, it's next gen only, bitches, and then they did. So.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, The Sims 4. That is, other than Phantasy Star, that's like the lowest. Well, Last of Us, I guess. But either way, I would say that was like the most underwhelming number of platforms.
Because you're right.
Also,
it's a game that's just stuck.
Also, doesn't deserve to be on this episode because it's not multi-generational.
No, I really thought it was.
It was
Sims.
only PS. It's only the original platforms, and that's it. They've only get updates.
I wonder if that means they're not gonna port it to PS5s and stuff.
PS5 and series.
Yeah, because I'm. This is a new DLC that dropped 6 months ago. Oh,
Yeah.
man,
So
you've
yeah,
been
you
around
didn't bring
forever,
you
but you suck.
you didn't you didn't bring them. You didn't bring. I like how our last game is not even one that counts, but it's kind of funny. I just thought that was like you would think when it comes to multi-generational games that it's multi-gener like not multi-gen, but like the number of platforms is gonna be a certain bare minimum. Yeah,
Yeah, 2014 game, and it's only on 4 platforms. That's wild to me. I don't know
it's kind
about
of
that.
that's yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'll redeem for one last one. In ooh, this is a hard choice. Witcher 3. Cause what
The Witcher
hasn't that
3.
bitch been on?
Okay, we have PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. Uh, did it get its PS5 and Series patches already? Don't know.
I think so.
You know what? I think. Okay, hold on. I think I'm gonna bring in a ROM and this to finishing us, but we'll let's see here. Witcher 3 first. Let's get Witcher 3 going. All right. Let's say over or under Rocket League.
Under.
Under. Okay, it's 6. Okay, Rocket League has 6. Okay. PS4, PC, Xbox One, Switch, PS5, and Series tied. All right,
Damn.
Witcher 3, 6. All right.
Okay. Arcade says Witcher 3 got its patches in early December. And Yobi, you can make families of multiple generations on Sims. So you can start with one character and then have their great 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 grandkids 6 generations removed and shit. Man, I want to go play Witcher, but I want to start a death march.
All right, let's
Oh,
see here.
Dawn, that's a good one.
What did Don say? Let's see.
Tetris.
Tetris, yes. That's. Ooh, damn! How many platforms is Tetris, bro? Like that's the thing. When you go to ROMs, oh my god, that's like a explosion right there happening. There's no way you can't complete with old games. So here's the
Oh,
thing. I'm not sure how I feel about like new games, but like they're essentially brand new games. Like Tetris 99 is not the same as Tetris Effects, not the same as Tetris for the Game Boy. You know what I mean? They
that's
are the
that's
same.
what I was about to say. These new like Tetris Forever or Tetris, yeah, 99. To me, it's not Tetris. It's Tetris
Honestly,
adjacent.
yeah, I played Tetris on the. I put my Game Boy cartridge and I ported it to my Steam Deck. Tetris for the Game Boy, you can't bank uh, pieces. Doesn't allow you
Why?
to. That's just not part of it. That's just not a mechanic that they had back then. They brought it to later editions. Makes
Oh,
sense. Makes sense, but also like whatever you got is what you got. So and the Tetris World Championships are played with the NES version because that's the standard
hmm,
for some reason. And I don't think the NES version also doesn't have the ability to bank either. So I think like it just kind of sort of like, or if it does or it doesn't, I don't know because I'm not a Tetris person. But like the only Tetris that I know is the Game Boy version.
yeah.
But if that is true, then those Tetris champions are like must be badass motherfuckers to be able to like do what they do without banking anything. So yeah,
I mean,
good job
like
to them.
this on the screen. This is not fucking Tetris,
But you know
and it's
what?
got a
I
VR mode.
have seen it's got a what?
A VR mode, PlayStation VR mode
Yes,
for Tetris Effect. Why?
yes. You know what actually was kind of funny is as part of the promotion, they actually got the Tetris World Champion to play Tetris Effect on the PS4, then the VR, and then the Tetris Champion player did better in the VR mode.
Oh,
And do you want to take a guess as to why the VR version is he did better. He performed better in the VR version.
I can't even begin to guess why.
It's not the immersion, but the VR version runs at 120 frames per second, whereas
Of
the
course it
TV
does.
version runs in 60 frames per second. So you actually get better like Twitch like minutia kind of thing.
That, you know what? That makes sense. Okay. I wasn't even thinking of frame rates.
Yeah. So what do you call it? Yeah, but either way, like Tetris definitely is up there with just like the number of platforms it's on. It's just not the same game.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, more of like a remake every time, or somebody makes their own skin or their own, you know,
that's pretty much what
their
it
own
is.
their own spin on it or whatever.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, I think I own Tetris Effect. By the way, I think I might have got it for free on PS Plus, and
I think so.
I have seen marketing material, and the soundtrack is A1. Like, I'm gonna throw this out there, but like I don't think there really is. The Tetris for the Game Boy is such an iconic song that it's just definitive, right?
Yeah,
But then like this does like that justice. It's not. It's like their own take, their own spin, but like they also did something unique. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's just hard to explain, but it's
Brought it
so.
into the modern century.
Yes, it definitely did, and it's yeah. I don't know how to explain it. It's just it puts you in a trance. Yeah, it's so soothing.
Tetris is that bitch. But
All right.
you're right.
Anyways,
We can't. Otherwise, then we have to start counting like Oregon Trail and shit.
oh yeah, god damn, Oregon Trail. By the way, I also didn't notice until as an adult, but oh yeah, look at that. You can stack. Oh yeah, that's so good. Yeah. Um, there's you can Tetris Effect lets you do more than Tetris. They actually named stuff like Decatris or whatever the fuck they named it. Because a Tetris is whenever you line up you clear 5 lines in one go.
I didn't know
So
that.
they actually had to name them beyond 5 because the game lets you like it freezes after you get a Tetris. You basically have to hurry up and get more lines, and if you clear 12 lines in one go, then they name it something, and that was cool.
That is cool. Damn. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Hop off Tetris. It's more. I've never known this much about Tetris.
The more you know. Ding.
The
All
more
right, here
I
we
know.
go. I think we might have a new reigning champion, not including Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
Okay, because I think because I did not like count it out, but I think I can count this one. This one could go down possibly as the most ported game to ever been ported, and of course it's a ROM, but
Of course.
I think we're gonna allow it. Okay,
Okay.
Doom.
Yeah.
1993's game, Doom. Here we go. I'm gonna skip over stuff that I don't know of. All right.
Yep.
Because we don't have time for all that. But we have MS DOS, the Sega 32X, the Jaguar, Mac, PC, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, 3DO, Sega Saturn, Amiga, Game Boy Advance, original Xbox, 360, iOS, Linux, PS3, Android, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Is that 20?
Yeah.
I think I lost
I
count.
lost
I
count.
think I did it twice. I think I did it twice over, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah.
I Doom, Wolfenstein. I didn't even think of all those games. Damn.
And yeah, they ported those like, and not to mention unofficial ports like your pregnancy tests and stuff like that, or your calculators.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Damn. I didn't think of that. Doom. Okay.
it's that bitch. We
It's
gotta,
that bitch.
and that's not including the ones that I skipped over.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, Doom, you took it home tonight. You granddaddy of FPS gaming.
It
Golly.
is the granddaddy of it is the granddaddy of FPS. That is true. We're granddaddy of fighting games and the granddaddy of FPS.
Yep.
Yes.
Damn.
God, it's so like
The
quaint and
nostalgia
so
it's given, right?
it's yeah, it's just so like yeah, I just it's so like old but cute, I guess. It's like aw, like baby's first steps kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And then you
Um,
see, let me go to the last trailer, which should be Doom Eternal. Or Doom VR, I forgot about that. Here's, yeah, and like here's the new games. Crazy.
yeah, there we go. It's like a very good logical evolution, by the way, just from the looks of it. It tracks.
Right?
It's kind of like how people thought of it then. Like that's how people imagined it.
Exactly.
So
Doom, you doing that? Oh, yeah, Doom VR.
I'm gonna go out on not okay. I'm gonna discount VR, by the way. I'm
Mhm.
gonna go out and say that the Switch is the best version, just because it's handheld on console.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not. It's like an old game, right? It's got old code, and you're not gonna get like quality of life improvements, right? You're just
exactly.
gonna get like whatever the hardware brings to the table, whatever the hardware makes it unique. So the Switch, yeah,
I'm with
um,
that.
yeah. It's not like you're gonna throw in 4K 120 frames on Doom 1993.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm with that. Switch and Doom. I mean, Street Fighter King, but Doom, you took it away. Damn. But the numbers on GT are still the craziest.
Yeah, let's take a look and see what Wikipedia says. Doom is one of the most significant games in video game history, frequently cited as one of the greatest games ever made. The GOAT.
Yep.
It sold an estimated 3.5 million copies by 1999. Between 10 and 20 million people are estimated to have played it within 2 years of launch, and in late 1995, it was estimated to be installed on more computers than uh, it was estimated to be installed on more computers worldwide than Microsoft's then new operating system, Windows 95.
Holy shit.
That that I believe that.
I believe
Uh,
that.
Along with Wolfenstein 3D, Doom helped define the FPS genre and inspire numerous similar games, often called Doom clones.
Mhm.
It pioneered online distribution and technologies including 3D graphics, networked multiplayer gaming, and support for custom mods via packaged WAD files. Its graphic violence and supposed hellish imagery drew controversy from different groups such as parents and the news.
Of
I
course.
think uh, I think Doom was cited in the Texas, not Texas, the Columbine.
Probably.
I don't know if you know what Columbine is.
Oh, I was
Uh,
alive. I was a
okay,
baby. Oh
yeah,
no, that was in 90. I don't remember if I remember it, but I was alive then. I was
yeah.
born in
So
93.
damn. Yeah, I didn't like learn about Columbine until like I was in like early high school, and I was alive, and like I guess I didn't watch the news as a child, obviously, and I was like shielded and protected from like current world events and stuff as a kid.
Oh, we
Uh,
always heard about y'all's stuff here. We still do. But it's just so plentiful now that is most of us tune it out. I can't get over like this. It's on Game Pass, y'all. If you have Game Pass, all of the
oh
Dooms are.
yeah,
Go try them
yeah,
out,
that's right, the original Doom. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and all the
I
Wolfenstein
wonder,
games too.
I wonder if there's like a Guinness Book of World Records of like this game holds the title of the most ports or whatever. Because like I want to say that this has to be up there.
It has to.
Uh, like the most ported game to ever be ported, Doom. Like yeah, that checks out. Like I wouldn't bat an eye. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, I can't see
honestly.
anything about that here on this Wikipedia. Um, trying to see if there's anything interesting, but like yeah, no, just it's really interesting. I just gotta say, 20 ports, good job, man. That's 20 of stuff that I know. Not like, for instance, don't never heard of the next step, or I never heard of the Solaris.
No.
So yeah, so just or the Risk OS. I don't know what the fuck that is. That's probably another one of those developing countries kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So, uh, but yeah,
Damn, dude.
you know what, Hugger,
Mhm.
this has definitely been fun, and if we ever do a part 2 to this topic, we're gonna come prepared next time. But I will say that we probably blew our load on this episode because
I
of
think so.
we went with GTA 5 and Minecraft and Street Fighter and Skyrim off rip.
Exactly. We talked about the most, because I mean, we could probably get into some weird, obscure indie games and shit, but nobody's gonna know them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Everybody
Plus,
knows GTA.
plus indie games, you know, they're not graphically intensive, so you're like you can pretty much continue to port them and not, you know, they'll basically be the same versions. But yeah, I did say it earlier that good games are good games. Like when I said talked about The Last of Us, like
Mhm.
I don't see us in the at the end of the day, I don't think hardware truly does hold it back. Like I you know, one of my favorite games of all time was like Link's Awakening for the Game Boy, right?
Yeah.
And I ripped all the ROMs for to put on my Steam Deck, and that whole ass game fit on 128 kilobytes. You
Right?
know what I mean? Like one of my favorite games ever with that soundtrack and that story and everything fit on 128 kilobytes. So it's like I know that's an extreme example, and games don't fit that. They're not made in that size anymore. We
Yeah.
measure in gigabytes now.
But still.
Um, but still, just kind of like, you know, putting out there, if you're good and creative, you know, you don't need to have graphics that are like ridiculous. You know, you could just make a game, make it fun, and the hardware. You know, we're at a place now where like the floor for hardware is already higher than what you need it to be. So
Exactly.
yeah,
I'm with that. And look at the ones we've talked about. The ones we look at most fondly are the games where visually now they might not be super, like GTA. Visually not that impressive. It's dated. But am I gonna play it every day in RP? Hell yeah. I don't care. It's fun. I have fun playing it. Good game is a good game, you know? Yeah, I don't think we can top Doom, but Yobi asks us before we head on out, if you had the funds and studio, what type of game would you make? Damn.
if I had the funds in the studio, I would basically try to like go small. Um, like I think Shovel Knight is like the perfect case point where it's like you establish yourself, you have an IP in Shovel Knight, you know, and they didn't make anything graphics, but they made something fun as fuck that caught on. I
Yep.
think that's kind of like where you want to go, and then you can sort of evolve from there. Like you can essentially like get brand recognition, you know, cachet, like social cachet, win some game awards, nominate for yourself or stuff, get your name out there and market yourself. And then there you go. You can then make a Shovel Knight 64 or Shovel Knight
Hmm.
Odyssey, and you can just go bigger. But you're basically just getting your feet wet. You're learning game design. You're learning, you know, what's fun. You know, play tests and stuff like that, and then you can go ambitious. I don't think you want to make your magnum opus off rip, and I think you're
No.
more likely to fail if you try that.
Oh yeah, because you'll never
Yeah,
meet that again. Um,
yeah.
Dawn says I would bring back Anthem. I would start small like you, but I would eventually want to bring a game like Anthem back. But it would be like, I would need to almost Dungeons and Dragon it, where I write out the whole story for if this universe was around for 300 years or whatever. Like, get everything planned out and try not to
Oh,
leave loose ends and questions. But it would just the development time on a game alone, like or the story writing time, it would take so long that it'd probably never come out. But I
are you
would love
trying
to
to
bring
like
Anthem back.
you're trying to Game of Thrones this, where it's like a whole living, breathing world, and you know, it's like yeah,
A living,
uh,
breathing world, it
yeah.
carries its own, if it has sequels, but just so that there's people like me that love the lore that aren't like, this game feels hollow aside from great gameplay. I want great story and good gameplay.
I'm gonna go out and say that wager that Anthem will not be a multi-generational game.
No,
I'm sorry, Hugger.
it's okay.
I
It's
don't think it's
okay.
gonna see a PS5 patch.
You
Uh,
know,
yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
I think the realization just hit you right there just now.
No, I knew once they took it off a week before it came to Game Pass, I knew they were done. Because why take off a game that is looking for its player base to surge? Take it off of a service where people were looking forward to playing it. I knew they were done with it at that point. It's like, okay, cool.
All right, one last one, and we're not gonna harp on it. Just no. I just want to over under GTA 5, GTA 3.
GTA 3. It's got to be over.
All right, so I count 7 off rip, but we'll get into it. PS2, Windows, original Xbox, Mac, Android, iOS, and Fire OS. That's 7. However, it did get re-released in a collection for the PS4 and Xbox One and Switch question mark and PC again. um, yeah.
Wasn't it just in that shitty definitive collection they put out that had San Andreas
Yes.
too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I
I
don't know
think
if you
that
want
went
to
on
count how you want to.
PS5 too.
Oh damn! Did it? Damn. Okay, so then that means
I
if
don't
you want to, if you count those, then we're up to like 11 or so. So yeah.
see. I don't know if I even want to include those because those people found out. I don't know how it took them so long that it was the PC version or it was the phone versions that they ported.
Yeah, they ported the iOS version as the source, as the base. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You're
So
correct.
I don't think.
And the iOS version kind of sucks ass. Well,
Yeah.
it's good on phones and iPads, but it's not good on console.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to include the re-release.
Okay, not including so it ties. It's 7.
Damn.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, because Vice City and San Andreas were only a couple. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
played this one either.
I watched my cousin play this game, but yeah.
I remember getting my PlayStation 2 with this game.
Oh, of course, of course.
And then Vice City.
Also, now that I think about it, other than the iOS and Android, it's technically not multi-generational. It only is because it became to when it got ported to the phones. And if we're just unincluding the iOS ports to the definitive edition, yeah, it's kind of toes the line of multi-generational.
There's that running joke that what is it? One console generation had one GTA, but GTA 5 has 3 console generations, something like that.
Yeah.
So one game has had 3 generations, but every other time it's been one game per generation.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Oh, aside from iOS releases, or in phones and tablets and all them shits.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta play this.
Which is also kind of debatable because, by the way, like iOS versions have to get patched or whatever because like I bought Street Fighter 2 on iPhone back in the day, back on 2009. Of course, yeah. Actually, you know what? Yes, guilty. However, I tried running Street Fighter 2 on my like iPhone 6s Plus, and it was running like iOS 11 or something like that, and it said this game it would not launch. Like this game needs to be. It said like got a pop up. The developer needs to update the game or whatever, or update the app or something like that. Something along that verbiage. And I'm like, why? Why couldn't you just run the game the way it's running? But I guess for whatever reason, they have to do an update that supports the latest iOS. And if you think about it, I bought Street Fighter when it was the iPhone 3GS and the iPhone 4, and they had a very specific aspect ratio. Phones have gotten wider and taller and stuff like that, so the resolution's different. So that makes sense. However, I just don't understand why you couldn't just run the game, but like expanded the pixels and just what is it called when you whatever was it fit to skies or something like with the screen? Yeah, why can't they just do that?
They could.
Don't know why. They just don't. That's just how they do business.
They make more money selling you another version. Unfortunately. But
Which, by
damn,
the way, Street Fighter 2 on the iPhone actually wasn't that bad. They actually did a good job with touch controls, with the virtual joystick, and also they did this thing. They put this button, like an SP button, that lets you do special moves. So that way you didn't. It made it easier. So because it's
okay.
obviously it's a touch interface, you can't do cool shit. You can't do like it's harder
Yeah,
to do like quarter circles and stuff. So you just sort of like made it easy. So and it
damn.
supported Bluetooth multiplayer. So if somebody else has Street Fighter 2 on their iPhone, and then you can play uh, multiplayer that way.
Street
And I
Fighter
did.
stay being the goat.
I did, and I did do that. By the way,
Of
I
course
had
you did.
multiple iPhones. I had an iPhone 3GS and an iPhone 4S because I don't trade my phones in. So
Me either.
when I put Street Fighter 2 on both of them, I was able to just hand my old phone to my brother or my cousin or whatever, and I was able to play multiplayer that way.
Damn.
Because why not? Because I can.
Exactly, because you can. And who's gonna tell you
Yeah,
no?
yeah. Um,
Damn.
but yeah,
Some heavy hitters out there. Some games that I thought Sims looking at you were around for much longer. Other games that uh, were just on so many platforms it was hard to count. And some
yeah,
platforms I forgot exist, like Linux. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
Linux.
Raspberry Pi,
Yep, Raspberry Pi, forgot
Raspberry
about that.
Pi.
You know what? Though none of the games you said, none of them were on Ouya, so there's a win
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah, that's true. That is
Not
true.
a win for Ouya though. Poor Ouya. But that's the episode. Thank you guys for rocking with us for this episode, the first episode back of 2023. It's going to be a good one. Oh, we are also going to be doing the guest episodes soon. We're going to do it through the level 1 Discord, so make sure you're in there, and we'll let you guys know and all that glorious shit, how we're going to do it and all that. I'm the
May
floor
the odds
hugger.
be ever in your favor. By the way, I hope one of you
Exactly.
guys on the audience actually like. I low key, I want to see like if what Yobi can bring to the table or something. You know, like hopefully whoever gets it gets it. But we haven't discussed how the lottery is gonna be played out. But you know, I would
We
like
might
to
pick like two
see
or
what you
three
guys do.
people.
See what you guys can bring.
Yeah, we might draw 2 or 3 people just because somebody might not have a topic, somebody might not mesh well with us. You know, we're
Or
not just gonna
schedules will like, oh, I'm sorry, last minute cancellation or something like that. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So
So yeah, you're right. We probably should have a multiple winner like game plan backup
yeah,
thing going on. Yeah,
the
you're right.
Discord should be in the description. You'll be. It's the drawing from the subathon.
Hmm.
So
You
yes,
can be on this show, dear viewer.
it's
Yes.
exactly. We'll
Yeah.
talk more about it when we get closer to it. But we love you
Yeah.
guys. Tomorrow, 2XP is coming back with the boys and Des. Des is our new panel member. She's going to be rocking with us. You've seen her. We did Ladies' Night together. She's been on when we did our subathon. Des is just part of the family from Burnout Brighter. And now she's joining us. It's
Hmm.
going to be fun. Thursday, there might be a take two, depending on the news, if what's going on. Friday, I feel like there's something on Friday I can't remember the name of. Saturday, nothing yet, but we're planning on something. Sunday, maybe Starcross Gamers, I'm hoping. Sunday, Monday, Chocolate is going to be streaming, maybe
I
finish a
think
game.
I'm bringing back Monday Night Gaming, and we did talk about like Puppeteer and Rain on last time on
That's
Cogs,
true. Yeah.
and those are at the top of the list as to one of those two games being played on Monday because they were like the standouts that we were talking about, and we're like, dude, that's so cool. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I could play those games. I own them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Thank you, Yobi. Thank you, Arcade, Dawn, Hustle, everybody that's comes through. And if you're watching it later, shout out. We'll see you guys not next week, but the week after that. Chakalaka, what do you have for the people?
I got some shorts. I've been meaning to clip or my New Year's resolution that I talked about during the last double XP. There was a really funny moment where I gave my New Year's resolution for 2023, and that will get some good views because it's funny. And
Yeah.
yeah, we'll just be on the lookout for that. I think I'm gonna be. I think I'm gonna be doing a hardware review for my Steam Deck, but it's not gonna come anytime soon. That takes a long time. I've never done a hardware review. I think I want it to be a video review, because like I want to be able to show what I'm doing with it. And because
Yeah.
the Steam Deck is so customizable, I'm gonna just mostly talk about it from my personal experience because I don't know how do you do a hardware review, number one, because I've never done it, but also because it's such a unique platform with so many different ways of messing with it, that you just sort of have to talk about like the personal experience and what you want to do with it and what
Yeah.
it brings to your table. You know what I mean? So maybe late January, early February, we'll get a Steam Deck review from me.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, look forward to that. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't do anything bad. Drink your water and all that stuff. Bye, guys.
Saranye.